Today, let's prepare another budget friendly soup together. This time with just 2,500 naira. Honestly, I didn't even know what I could meet at the market, but I was determined to make something delicious with whatsoever I could afford. I started by buying goat meat for 1,500 naira, and the seller shocked me by giving me 8 pieces. Then I bought thickener for 100 naira, Oziza leaf for 200 naira, perenko for 200 naira, and panla fish for 600 naira. Total amount was it should be 25 or 24. When I got home, I went straight into cooking. First step, I started by washing the goat meat very well because sand is not my portion this year. One thing about goat meat is the bones, but the taste always forgives everything. So today I decided to manage it like that. Once I was finished washing, I seasoned the meat with some onions, seasoning cubes, all purpose seasoning spices, fresh pepper, and salt to taste, and left it in the fire to start cooking. Someone dropped a comment for me in my last video suggesting that when I want to season my meat, I should just put all the seasoning, place it on the fire, and allow the meat to bring out its water before I add water. Honestly, I wanted to give it a try, but I forgot. Maybe next time I'll try it and see what difference it makes. While the meat was on the fire cooking, I washed my panla fish properly, then washed my periwinkle. Today I used the already removed ones instead of the shell ones, even though the shell version is what I like the most. But today I'm not seeing for market. I just have to manage this one. Then it was crayfish time. I picked, clean, and blended it using my hand grinder. By the time I was done with all the prep, the goat meat had already softened. So I added the washed fish and drizzled in some palm oil, covered it, and let everything cook together. I won't be making the soup to be too much since the ingredients I'm using to cook the soup is actually small. So I'll just go with a small soup that I can eat today and tomorrow at most. A few minutes later, I have to check on the soup and it was ready for me to add the thickener. Added some water so that it can loosen the soup up a bit. Since I'm eating it for 2 days, I want it to be a little bit much, but not too much because the ingredient is actually small. Then I quickly picked, washed, and then sliced my Oziza leaves nicely the way I want it. One thing I forgot is that this is hot leaf, so the amount of pepper already added, I pray it doesn't get too hot because I do not have strength for peppery food this morning. Then I went back to the soup to add my crayfish and pepper mixture. I added some salt to taste. I added my seasoning cubes and then the washed periwinkle. I gave it a good stir to make sure everything marinates together. Covered the pot, tested the first before covering the pot and let it marinate together. Few minutes later, I added the Oziza leaves last, gave it a good stir and left it to cook for another few seconds. And here's my 2,500 naira soup is ready. It's looking delicious, yummy, and so eye catching. I dish myself a portion, sat down to eat because person where work supposed to chop. Bring your plate before I finish it. Thank you so much for sticking around. I will see you all in my next vlog. Bye.